Hey, how's it going? This is Mr. Darren Flower from Rock It Up, wearing the shirt, and I am hanging out with the boss of Crowbar, and that would be Kirk Windstein. Got a chance to interview him once upon a time for my college radio station, CFRE Radio, and Kirk swore so much he almost got me kicked off.
Uh-oh.
And if he did, it would have been a pleasure. What a good way to go.
I'll keep the swearing to him.
No, you don't have to keep it PG. Fuck that shit. This is Rock It Up Radio.
All right, okay? Rock it up, fuck.
So, yeah, thank you so much for your time. It's been about 4 years since we last caught up. Why so long it took you to come back to the Big Igloo, Toronto, Ontario, Canada?
Maybe because it's a big igloo. I'm kidding. I don't know. We've just been so busy with, touring everywhere. We've done the occasional show in Vancouver and whatnot. That's the thing. If you're out west and you're in, Seattle, it's easy to just pop in, do Vancouver, and come out without getting, too involved in the whole Canadian thing. We did like, 4 shows. We had a couple of days off. Spent on 6 days, 6 or 7 days in Canada earlier during this tour, and then we just popped up for Toronto tonight, and then we're back in the States tomorrow. But I don't know why it's taking so long, but we're glad to be back here, and the weather's a little more forgiving than it was a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. In Edmonton it was like minus 41 chill. Yes, first.
Welcome to Canada.
I think we all. I mean, Shane obviously hasn't toured as much as us, but I think we all got a rude awakening to how brutal winter can be up here. It's crazy.
Well, that leads me into, I guess, the first question. Touring, especially in a metal band, not making Bruno Mars money, God forbid.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about touring. They're probably thinking there's champagne, lobster tails to be had every night, every second of the day. That's not true. I don't see any champagne being popped.
No, we got water.
Oh, you got water. Okay, that's almost as good as champagne.
Hey, sometimes we don't even have that.
Okay, I brought you guys some free beers. Professionalism.
Yeah. We appreciate that.
Yeah. So how hard is it to be, I know because I have a little bit of touring experience, but for those who don't know, the grind, you guys play, 150, 200 shows a year? How much effort does it take to do this?
It takes a lot. It's not, if you take it one day at a time, that's really the only way to stay sane. Mm-hmm. Honestly, if you look at, oh my God, we still have this much left to do, it'll drive me crazy. So we just take it one day at a time. Today we're in Toronto, the weather's not too bad compared to what
could be worse.
It was minus 25, minus 20 in some of the other territories. So this is much less brutal. This we can deal with. But you take it one day at a time. This morning involved first thing when you wake up, a border crossing, which was actually okay. But, we got to cross the border tonight, and then we'll be back in the States, but each day's, the thing is with touring, it's the same thing every day, but it's different. Mm-hmm. And that's the only way to explain it.
Driving.
It's the same exact thing every day, but it's different. Some days are better than others, but in general, I think if you take it, like I said, one day at a time is the only way to really keep your sanity. The road is not a place to be if you're, going through personal. I've been forced to tour while going through a divorce and things like that, and it's not. It's difficult. It's something that's difficult enough to handle at home, as opposed to trying to deal with that while you're on tour. So it's not a place to be having personal problems and trying to keep your head focused on the music. But in general, we do it one day at a time, and we all have our moments. It's difficult. We're in this little tube together, which is, believe me, we're blessed to have this and not be in a band. But at the same time, it's it's almost impossible to not occasionally get on one another's nerves and whatnot. We're living in this thing together.
Yeah. For sure.
There's, myself and Matt and Tommy and Shane, the 4 band members. Robin's on here with us, and we have my stepson on tour. He's off with Tommy right now, but he's on tour too. So we have 6 people in the back, in this little area here.
24/7.
Yes. Our driver sleeps up here, so we're working on 14 shows in a row tonight.
Right.
So after today in a row.
I saw a Facebook post on Crowbar looking for a driver about maybe a year ago, and if my driving skills weren't so poor, I would have messaged you guys in a second, and I would have worked for like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at my age, 36. But I love you guys so much. I would have done it if I could drive better.
Right.
You don't want me driving anything for you. I'll drive you nuts.
Right. God, you look honest.
Yeah. Speaking of touring, I don't see the big guy. Where's Mr. Big T?
Big T is, for the most part, retired. He's very happy. In fact, he hit me up the other day. Him and his wife, a little over a year now,
Nice.
they've been married, and they bought a ranch outside Dallas, and that fits T to a T.
T to a T. I like that.
It does. That's exactly what he needs. Now he's a hunting, fishing guy. He always has been. You know, he's got land out there. That's good for him. So I'm very, very genuine.
Is he still doing studio stuff, but just not doing the road thing?
At this point, just right now, basically, he's just being married and enjoying his married life.
Excellent. Oh, it would be an honor to meet him one day.
He's a great dude, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, Facebook friends with him, coordinate chats with him once at every blue moon. But I really appreciate that, because he's, again, just like you, he's a hero of mine, and I've been listening to your music for literally 25 years, since I first heard Stone the Crow. Down reference right over there. Let's talk a little bit about Crowbar. That's what we're mostly going to put focus on. You guys are a band that's known for covering some really cool stuff. Last time you were here, you guys did No Quarter, which was on the self-titled album, which is killer, possibly the best, debatably the best Crowbar album. Most important, debatably. You guys did In the Gata da Vida, which from After a Dream.
Yes, that's actually
so funny.
My friend Kevin Checksnider, who passed away. That's actually him, just drunk. We just recorded him. It's like 4 o'clock.
No, he was not drunk. That was Pitch Perfect, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. God bless him. Though. It was fun.
Great, yeah. But you guys are known for doing lots of great covers. I think it's been a while since you did one, no?
Yeah, it has been.
So my question is, if you guys were to do a classic rock song, what would it be? If you guys were to do like a metal song, what would you nominate? What would be some of the things on the to-do list?
I really don't know, because I'm more into picking out the odd. Like, I'd rather do what you actually talked about in the past. I'd rather do a song like I'm in Love with My Car off A Night at the Opera by Queen and try to make it sound metal, make it sound like Crowbar.
You could do it.
I mean, there's no challenge in redoing, no disrespect, but, redoing Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath or Into the Waters. I mean, it's already heavy as fuck, Tony Iommi. It's not a challenge to make it heavy, but it's fun to play. But to me, if you're gonna do a cover like we did Dreamweaver, for instance, we made that our own Crowbar song.
Yeah.
It's obviously it's from the original, but it sounds nothing like it. It sounds.
I'd rather listen to that than Gary Wright.
Yeah, I think most people have been giving me that vibe. They love the Crowbar version. Every night somebody screams it out, Dreamweaver. I'm not lying. Every night.
That's amazing. I'm going to be the one screaming it out tonight. I'm pretty sure. So.
Aiming at Tommy, our drummers.
Yeah?
See, I would actually do it. I think it's killer. It's heavy as fuck.
Oh, there's so many songs. If I could, I'll get to that a little bit more into the interview, but if I could put together my own custom Crowbar set list, well, I certainly would. If you were to cover a song by Down, by Pantera, by COC, or Typo Negative, off the top of your head, what songs would you choose from each band? You don't have to think too hard. I don't know if you have the time to think too hard.
We'd probably do Bury Me in Smoke or something.
Yeah. Okay.
From Pantera, I don't know. We all have some varying opinions on certain things.
Suicide Note Part 1 would be killer.
It would.
Crowbar Acoustic?
But if I had to do a Pantera, see, the thing is, I don't have a favorite Pantera song. There's so many great ones. I can't.
That's true.
So I really don't know. I mean, it would be... Obviously, I wouldn't be able to do the solo unless we did... I don't know. It'd be difficult. But
it would be difficult.
As far as Typo, probably something off Slow, Deep, and Hard. Or, what is it? Wolf's Moon.
Well, that's a great song.
I like.
My Girlfriend's Girlfriend.
That's actually a badass. I love all Typo Negative. I do, but probably some off Slow Deep and Hard. Probably the last track, which I'm trying to think of the title. The titles are so bizarre on Slow Deep and Hard. But probably the last track on that would be a great one.
Us fans, we think that Crowbar is Typo Negative without the keyboards, and Typo Negative is Crowbar with the keyboards. You guys, we talked about this in the past, but there was such like a strong relationship between you guys and Typo Negative. Rest in peace, Peter Steele. But you guys are basically like the heavyweights of doom metal, I would say. If I was to think about it, two bands I'd go to is you and Typo Negative.
Well, Typo, as you can see, I got my Typo and my Carnivore. So Pete's really my biggest modern influence. Other than the bands, Kiss and when bands I grew up with, Zeppelin, when I grew up with Thin Lizzy.
They did great covers too.
Oh yeah.
The first time I heard Cinnamon Girl by my hero Neil Young was actually off October Rust. And then years later I heard the song, I'm like, this is killer. And then, of course, their Beatles medley. Again, the first time I'm hearing some of these songs, if I needed someone, I'm like, oh my lord, legendary. What a great band.
Oh yeah, dude. Pete's was my biggest modern day influence. So I mean, really,
I knew that.
At the point of Slow Deep and Hard, there were pretty much nothing else influenced me as far as for writing for Crowbar. It kind of cut around that point. I mean, I've heard a lot of bands that I really dig since then, but I'm still glued to my old school 70s and 80s early metal and hard rock, and that's the vast majority of what I listen to from my own music enjoyment.
Excellent. Speaking more about Crowbar, that's my job for tonight. I love my job. I want to put together an official Rock It Up top 10 list for Crowbar. Okay? Here we go. Subversion. This is no order. Subversion. All I Had I Gave. Broken Glass. Nothing. 1,000 Years Internal War. I Feel the Burning Sun. Glass Full of Liquid Pain. Through the Ashes. What a badass song in C sharp. Slave No More. Isolation. I think I just came up with 10 songs right over there. Any of those songs on your personal list?
Broken Glass. There was one other one you said that we're playing tonight.
1,000 Years?
No, but we're doing And Suffer as one, but I think we're gonna switch them.
Through the Ashes?
No, we're doing. Well, we only get 40 minutes.
Oh,
so yeah, it's tight. But I Had a Game, of course we're doing. Of course we do Planets Collide every night. It's kind of like even like Broken Glass has kind of come in as the set closer, and it's working great. We all love it. It works. We've been opening up actually with All I Had I Gave.
Yeah, I remember we talking about. You want to just get it out of the way, right?
In a way, it's a great opener, number one, but also it's kind of like people are always, y'all gonna play that? And I'm like, yeah, we're opening. Oh, that's great.
Well, when I think about metal and some of the songs that have the most killerest breakdowns, I mean, I think about Hangar 18 by my second favorite band, metal band, Megadeth. But then the breakdown for All I Had I Gave is so legendary. That is such a violent sounding breakdown, and it kicks ass. Tommy, how's it going, brother? I got something special.
You know what is great is, dude? Me and Wino just had a discussion about humble pie.
Yes!
Yeah!
Look at this, shine on.
It's great, dude. Hey, it's crazy. I just got off the phone with my dad, one of the biggest humble pie fans ever.
You gotta see this. I was gonna say this for a little bit.
I heard.
Yeah, but...
I heard.
I have something to show you.
That's great, dude.
But, okay, so... Crowbar, focus. We're here to talk about Crowbar, not Humble Pie. I could talk about them a lot too. 70s rock, 70s, 80s metal, 90s metal. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, man, that's too.
Very happy to be here. Moving along. Lil Wayne. He's a New Orleans native. He does play guitar, not very well, but he does.
He's not the best on the
guitar.
No,
not really. But let's just say he wanted to turn his back on
Keep
hip
it rolling. Just let me grab one.
Let's say he wanted to abandon rap music and he was getting into metal, legitimately.
Right.
And he wanted to get in contact with you and have you teach him how to play and maybe even co-write and get some legitimacy from the Crowbar crew. Would you do it? Would you consider it?
Absolutely.
Really?
I'll do anything with it.
But wouldn't that threaten your metal credibility?
I'm not worried about that.
Well, I guess you shouldn't have to.
Well, I think I've proven over the course of 17 records with 3 different bands that my heart and soul are into heavy music. So, and if I were to play metal with Lil Wayne, it would be heavy. So,
yeah, that would be.
I'd definitely do it.
That would be interesting. Okay, a couple more things to talk about. I don't want to talk too much about Down because we're going to talk about Crowbar, of course, but it's no secret that you and the fella in the next bus over, that would be Pepper Keenan, used to play in a band called Down, which is one of the best supergroups out there, if not the best, debatably, arguably. Yeah. One thing I always used to fantasize about was Kirk or Pepper taking a song on an album, I don't know, Down 2 or Down 3 or whatnot. Maybe Phil playing guitar, because from what I've seen, he's a killer guitar player and is badly underrated. Was there ever talks, did you ever maybe try to lobby to maybe do vocals, like lead vocals? I'm sure you've done backups.
Well, I would never, just pretend we were still active with them. I would never try to do lead vocals. Me and Pepper did pretty positive. Pep, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth either, but pretty positive. We kind of threw it out there many times in the past that we can do backing vocals on, which we did live on some stuff and it worked out great. But as far as, it's Phil, so he's got the voice, better than we all do.
Yeah,
Pepper, but 3 different styles, of course. But it was kind of like Phil was in charge. He was just kind of like, I got the vocals, man. So, you're not gonna. You can't really argue with Big Daddy on that. If he said he's got the vocals covered, he's got the vocals covered.
Well, the other thing is too. Before I got into Skynyrd and especially the Allmans, I'm a big classic rock, southern rock fan. The first 2 bands that got me into double leads was COC and Down. Phil's a great guitar player. Was there ever discussions about triple leading here and there? Maybe breaking out an old dime slime guitar and rocking it up.
I think it's more of a thing with where Phil. He's done plenty. He's done guitar in the studio Down. And writes. Has written a lot of the stuff. Complete songs on guitar for Down, especially on the Nola record. But it's a thing where when he's on stage, he's a mic guy and a front man, or if he's playing, say it was Arson Anthem or something, he'll do guitar, but I don't think he's a sing and play type guy.
That's very tricky. I'll talk about it.
It is, man. It's tough. It comes second nature to me because I've been doing it since I first started playing guitar. I was kind of nominated by my old bandmates, the Power Brothers, the Chop and the Crust, I call them, Terry and Sean Power. We all kind of tried to sing, and they were like, "Well, you sound better than anybody else. I guess you're the lead singer." And I'm like, "Okay," but I was also playing guitar, so on and off since 15 years of age or whatever. Obviously with Crowbar and the King of the Sorrow, I do some vocals, and even Down some backing vocals. So I've always kind of had a knack for singing and playing. It comes second nature, which is some of the stuff I sing and play is difficult to do. But pull it off.
It's because you have 2 guitar players.
Yeah, but it's also a situation, and absolutely no disrespect, but I'm never not 100% on playing the guitar. The vocals, I just do both. It's like Hetfield. It's like he's not much of a lead player, although when he does play lead or harmonies, it's amazing. But he's never not 100% playing. It's like some guys are always playing and singing, some guys aren't. But I'm one that's 100%. Like a guy asked the other day, it was an off-day show, and we're not carrying a front of house mixing guys. And the guy asked me, who does more of the leads? And I said, we don't have a lead guitar player. I said, we're both equal. We do a lot of harmony guitar, but we're both equal. There's not one guy's not the main guitars. It's like, and I like it that way.
Excellent. I have one last question before I have something special to show you what I've been working on. You guys have been rocking it up for, 30 years maybe this year? 89?
Yeah,
roughly about 88, 89?
Yeah, we're calling it 30 years. The first we were writing Crowbar songs 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So,
When you guys were the Slugs, you and Big
Mhm.
T, right? Okay, I've done my homework a little
Bauer,
bit.
yeah.
What left do you have to accomplish in your musical career? Because you've quite literally done it all. Except for maybe winning a Grammy, and who wants to do that at this point?
Well, I mean, you never know. I mean, more power to them, and congrats to High on Fire and the Mastodon. Actually, recently for winning an High on Fire. Excuse me, this year, but no, I mean, I'm one of those guys where I'm never satisfied, and that's a good thing. Because to quote Mr. Jamie Johnston, I love it. Love the phrase. Satisfaction is the death of desire. So, and once you become what the word? Be content with what you've accomplished, then you're gonna fall. You can't. I mean, we give on stage, 110% every fucking night, and I'm out there to win over. I don't care if it's, I want to please all the Crowbar fans, but I want to win over as many new fans as possible every night. And I think we all feel the same way. So in general, live, we throw down and we fucking kick ass, and that's the way it's always going to be. So I'm never going to be satisfied. Once you become satisfied, it's over.
Excellent.
It's all about the journey. The journey should never end. If you reach the destination, it's over.
And there's many different things that you can do. I mean, imagine Kirk Windstein behind the board producing up-and-coming bands like Battle Cross, who you brought around last year, or
Mother Huron and Gumby, a couple of them.
Yeah, I think you would be one hell of a producer. I think a lot of bands would be very fortunate to be working with somebody of your caliber.
Oh,
I would be thanking my lucky stars if I got the chance to work with somebody like you. I gotta conclude this interview because you have better things to do, like getting on stage somewhere in the near future.
Somewhere in the near future.
This is a very Peter Frampton, Humble Pie inspired ukulele. I was working on something for you. Oh, I got the shakes here. I got the play ukulele. Hold on, let's see if you can recognize the song.
That's why they make beer, so you don't get the shakes.
That's right. I should probably drink like 10 right now. Okay, hold on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go.
For a ukulele, pretty impressive.
Well, it gets better.
All right.
Watch this. Gets better. Hold on. I'm working on this. What song is this?
Oh, nothing.
Robin told you about this.
Yes.
Okay. Eating away at my body and soul. So tired of all that you've taken.
Good range,
I've
actually, there.
always known that I'd be on my own, not knowing how hard I've fallen in your arms. Okay, that's all.
That's cool.
I kind of butchered that a little bit.
Actually, your voice is good, man.
Okay,
range.
one last thing. I wanted to ask you about singing, because the way that you sing, which is a very clean, distorted kind of sound, very unique vocal tone. How do you do this for 30 years?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We'll see tonight if I have a voice. It varies from night to night. This is 14 nights in a row in this type of weather. So we've all got a little cough, and thank God nobody's really ill. We've had some real sicknesses through the tour. But right now, people we're on the mend, and the light at the end of the tunnel is New Orleans, and we're heading south after tonight. So another week, and we'll be home.
Well, I would wish you the best of luck, but I'm pretty sure you don't need it. Thank you so
We'll
much
take it
for your
anyway.
time.
Thank you, Darren.
I
Always a pleasure.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
And thank you, everybody, coming out to see Crowbar. If you have not seen Crowbar, why the fuck has that never happened? Go see Crowbar. Go see COC. Buy a CD. I'm hearing that there might be a solo album in the works. Do tell.
There is, yes.
Yeah,
which I
okay.
should be able to finish when I get home, and we'll get that done. And then,
One last thing. Kingdom of Sorrow, are we going to be expecting a new album in the near future?
I wouldn't say near future, but it's not out of the question. Jamie co-manages us with his, Jocelyn co-manages with his manager, Steve Ross. So, we're in constant contact. I just did another podcast the other night with him. We're very, very tight friends. We're very dear friends. So, I'd like to do another Kingdom before we call that a day, because I do really like both records.
Yeah, very, very good stuff.
So, it's not out of the question. None of it's out of the question. We're just, right now, it's all about Crowbar. That's the truth. It has been for quite a while. But, Kingdom's not out of the question. Down's not out of the question. We're just don't. Let's have to wait and see.
See what the future has to hold.
Absolutely.
Well, this is Darren Flower from Rock It Up, and this is Kirk, and he's going to do that tonight.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Rock it up.
Woo!